Have you ever heard of a book written over 2,500 years ago that is still one of the most translated texts in the world, right up there with the Bible? I'm talking about the Tao Te Ching, a masterpiece of wisdom packed into just 5,000 characters. And the mysterious figure behind it? The one and only Lao Tzu. So who was this legendary old master? Well, that's where things get interesting. History and legend are so intertwined it's hard to tell them apart. The most famous story, from the historian Sima Qian, places Lao Tzu as a man named Li Er. He was a keeper of the archives for the royal court of the Zhou dynasty. Imagine that. He was basically the head librarian for an entire kingdom, surrounded by centuries of knowledge and records. He saw the comings and goings of dukes and scholars, witnessing firsthand the rise and fall of power and the complexities of human ambition. Lao Tzu was a contemporary of another giant of Chinese thought, Confucius. It's said that Confucius, ever the eager student of ritual and order, once visited Lao Tzu to ask about ancient rites. The story goes that Lao Tzu, unimpressed by Confucius's focus on external rules and social hierarchies, offered some cryptic advice. He basically told him to drop the arrogance and ambition, because true character shines from within, not from a fancy title or a list of rules. Confucius left the meeting completely baffled, later telling his disciples, "I know a bird can fly, a fish can swim, and an animal can run, but a dragon? I cannot know how it rides the winds and clouds to heaven. Today I have met Lao Tzu, and he is like a dragon." As Lao Tzu grew older, he became disillusioned with the moral decay of the Zhou court. The politics, the backstabbing, the endless striving for power, he saw it as a pointless distraction from the true path of life. So he decided to leave it all behind. He hopped on his water buffalo and headed west, seeking solitude and peace, disappearing from the civilized world. But here's where the story takes its most famous turn. As he reached the western pass, the final gate out of the kingdom, a gatekeeper named Yin Shi recognized him as a great sage. He begged Lao Tzu not to disappear without leaving behind his wisdom for the world. He wouldn't let him pass until he wrote it all down. Reluctantly, Lao Tzu paused his journey. He then composed the two parts of the Tao Te Ching, a short but profound guide to living in harmony with the Tao, the natural way of the universe. After handing the text to Yin Shi, Lao Tzu rode off on his buffalo, never to be seen again. Now, is every detail of this story historically accurate? Scholars debate it endlessly. Some even wonder if Lao Tzu was a real person or a composite of several wise thinkers. But in a way, it doesn't matter. The power of Lao Tzu isn't in the historical record of a man, but in the timeless wisdom he left behind. The story of the humble archivist who saw through the illusions of society and chose a path of simplicity and nature is a powerful lesson in itself. He taught us to be like water, yielding yet powerful, humble yet essential. And that's a story worth telling and a path worth exploring. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the wisdom of the ages. See you next time.